So like I said, that camera couldn't pause, so I'm gonna use this camera. So I'm gonna cook a meal, and I'm gonna take everything out right now to show you what I'm cooking, because I'm going to be cooking a meal that's going to be a little on the weird side, but it's going to make a little bit of sense once I cook it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cooking and stuff, and then I'm gonna pause it in the middle. I'm gonna pause it in the middle to. So this is rice, and I'm gonna put the rice in the container or in the kettle. And I'm gonna let it boil. I'm gonna let it boil, and at the same time, I'm gonna put these in there. So when this is boiling, it will boil with this. It will boil with this. So here is the pan. So this is kind of boiling, so I'm gonna pause this right now and I'll come back to you in a bit. So I'm back a little bit, and I have this lamb here. Then I'm gonna cut into pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 'and we're going to use this sauce inside the rice to marinate it in the first place. So I'm going to fill this up with oil, and I'm going to cook it inside the oil because I can't cook it dry. So I'm going to let this start up a little bit, and then we can continue on after I cook it a little bit, and then we can continue on to show you how it's cooked in the first place. Yes, I do drink wine and beer and liquor once in a while in the summertime, but in the wintertime I don't drink it at all because there's nothing fun to do, or you can't go to a mall, or go outside to the stores, or go to the nearest mall. So I just do that to easy up a little bit. Then I take the Uber or the Lyft to drive, because you can't drive when you're drinking. So I take these playthings and I go to the near small and enjoy myself a little bit. But that's what I do in the daytime, and that in the summertime only. I don't do anything in the winter, and I don't do any kind of drugs. So you can forget about that. So I'm gonna let this cook on medium, and this on high. So this will cook, and I'll get back to you then. So here we are again. This is taking it's taking longer than I expected because I don't have a rice cooker. So I usually cook on the stove. And I'm going to be using this plate, and I'm going to eat a little bit off it because I don't eat too much when it comes to eating one time a day. I'm going to put some oyster sauce inside the rice after it's done. Then I'm going to mix it inside the rice when it's frying to a little bit fried. So you get that little, it sets it off a little bit and get that taste. This is going to fall. So I'll get back to you guys. I just turn this camera on because I don't want the battery to die or the screen to turn off, so it'll stop the recording. So if it does stop the recording, I'll just start recording again. But till then, I'm just gonna pause it. This is taking usually longer than I expected. So the steak is kind of done. The lamb is kind of done, but I'm just waiting for the rice to get cooked. It's still kind of hard, so it'll take a little bit of time. Till then, I'm just going to drink my coffee, and then we can continue on with this thing. Jesus, this is taking a little bit longer than I expected, but it's doing the job a little bit, so I'm just gonna pause this. So the rice is almost done, and it's kind of taking a little bit, usually taking longer than I expected. So I'm just gonna pour this into the strainer. And now, when that's done, we're gonna mix it inside this. So this is kind of getting done at the same time. It's taking a little bit longer, but like I said, I'm gonna clean up and then I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. So my cooking is done, and I think it came out okay. It probably didn't come out that good, but it came out okay. So I'm gonna put it inside a big strainer. Put it inside a big strainer and see how it came out. We're gonna use Astro yogurt. So here we are, and this is it. This is what it looks like. And we're going to eat this and see how it came out. But first, I'm going to clean up because I cannot eat when it's not cleaned up. So, we're going to eat this and see how it came out because I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I'm going to save it for later on. So we're going to put it aside now and see how it came out. I'm gonna saran wrap the rest of it. And put it inside the fridge. So, I'm gonna have a little bit of cucumber with it. So I'm gonna have a little bit of cucumber with it. So this is and let's try it now. See how it came out. It tastes more like Japanese food than to be sounding like Arab food. So I'm not gonna lie, that was good. That was good, and it could have been a little bit better if you put a little more effort into it. But since I was so hungry, and my parents are not home, and I have no money, so might as well make something that makes a little bit of sense. And rather not just smoke cigarettes rather the whole day. So rather than smoke cigarettes all day long and drink tea all day long, so I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any questions, let me know.